Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Political Excess. With the primary season winding down, today I thought I'd take a look at the 10 House Republicans that voted to impeach Donald Trump during his second impeachment. Let's see what ended up happening to them. So I've got this article from The Hill up here. Let's go through it. And first up, Liz Cheney. Her primary is coming up this Tuesday, August 16th, where she is very likely to be defeated by Harriet Hageman. Cheney has basically become the face of the anti-Trump Republican movement, and she does have a small base of support, especially from Democrats in Wyoming. But Cheney's days are definitely numbered. She will go out and say she stuck by her principles. That's fine. But nonetheless, she is going to be defeated in just a matter of days. Next up is Anthony Gonzalez from Ohio. Gonzalez decided to not run for re-election for a third term. Trump had already endorsed a challenger. Even the Ohio Republican Party voted to censure Gonzalez for his role in supporting the impeachment. Next up is Jamie Herrera Butler from Washington. This is recent news, as Butler did not finish in the top two in the primary. Challenger Joe Kent, backed by Donald Trump, was able to get enough votes on Election Day to be able to take out Butler. It was a little bit of a surprise to me to see Kent actually pull ahead several days after the election. Next is John Katko from New York, and Katko, he decided to call it quits and retire. It says here that he denied that his impeachment vote factored into his decision to retire, but I don't think anybody actually believes that. He says that he had a path to victory, even with redistricting, but I know there's no politician that is going to admit that they're scared of the Trump backlash, and that's why they're stepping down. Nobody's going to say that. But we all know that's definitely a factor. Let's move on to Adam Kinzinger from Illinois. Kinzinger decided to not run for re-election and retire. Trump did endorse a challenger after redistricting, so Kinzinger had basically no chance to win in a primary if he wanted to keep going. So Kinzinger is done in Illinois. Next is Peter Meijer from Michigan. Meijer was recently defeated in a primary, lost to John Gibbs. It was a narrow race, but Gibbs did pull it out, and Peter Meijer will go down as a one-term congressman unless somehow he does run in the future. He did vote for impeachment right after he did get into office in January. The district he's in got a little bit bluer, so it's going to be a little bit tougher for John Gibbs to win that seat, but at least Meijer does say he would rather lose office with my character intact than stay reelected having made sacrifices of the soul. So going out on the moral high ground, I don't think there's really any other way to do it. Next up is Dan Newhouse from Washington. Newhouse did advance to the general election in the top two primary recently. He's very heavily favored to win re-election, so that is one of the 10 pro-impeachment Republicans to actually have some success. Next is Tom Rice from South Carolina. Rice did lose in a primary to Russell Fry. It was a narrow win, but Tom Rice, his vote to impeach does appear to have come back to haunt him. Next is Fred Upton from Michigan, the longtime Republican. He decided to retire as opposed to seek re-election and have an uphill battle in a primary. He didn't want to deal with all that. And I guess the party has passed him by. Fred Upton, he's just too moderate. He's been in there too long, too establishment, and probably would have ended up losing anyway in a primary. And finally, David Valadao from California. For whatever reason, Trump did not endorse a challenger to Valadao, and he has advanced to the general election. It's going to be a tough race for him. He might be able to win, but he might lose. For whatever reason, there was not the intense backlash against Valadao. So that's a look at the 10 pro-impeachment Republicans and what ended up happening to them. I know that they're basically permanently defined by their impeachment vote, so make of that what you will, but those are the 10. Let me know in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on these 10 pro-impeachment Republicans? And if you do enjoy this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.